In this video, we're going to show you how to change Morthal into a bustling city it was meant to be. So firstly, what we're going to do is we're going to start with the exterior. So now the exterior walls, there isn't really any in vanilla Skyrim. So Skyfall's fortified Morthal by Skyfall will pretty much add fortified walls all the way around Morthal, and it will have quite a few watchtowers in each corner of the area with like 4 different entry points. The great thing about this is the Jarl's Quarters, the actual building itself is like a big castle, so it kind of looks cool, and it's located on top of a hill, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, it's a nice little addition to Morthal, because Morthal is quite a desolate little town. There's not really much going on in it. So the exterior walls have like 4 actual watchtowers. I don't think you can access most of them, but a few of them you can, where the guards will actually go. Make sure you download the patch collection for this mod, because there is a lot of patches for the other mods that I'm going to include in this video, and also other mods that you will acquire in the game. So yeah, make sure you download the patch collection. So we're going to head to the actual Jarl's building here. It's pretty cool. And the exterior walls here, which is pretty awesome as well. It's got a lot of spiked wood all the way around, stone walls, so it's pretty cool. So now we're going to say cities of the north for the next one, which will change pretty much all of the interior and some of the exterior to Morthal. So there's a lot of little structures inside Morthal that it will change. So one of the most noticeable changes is actually where the Jarl's Quarters is located, because now it's actually on a hill because of the other mod. There's actually a blacksmith here as well, which is pretty cool. The actual building is completely changed. I don't think there is actually a blacksmith in vanilla Skyrim, so this adds a blacksmith, I'm pretty sure. And the actual buildings themselves are completely changed. They kind of got that adobe-like feel to them, where they're like a sandstone kind of colour. It doesn't really look that snowy and swampy with this mod. So yeah, all of the buildings will be changed. So pretty much the exterior of each building is completely changed to a new model, which is pretty cool. Make sure you do download the patch collection for this mod, because you will have a lot of compatibility issues. So make sure you go ahead and grab that, so then all of these mods work quite well with each other, because there's a few mods in this which won't be compatible with each other. So make sure you download those 2 patch mods, so then these work perfectly fine with each other. So like I said, all of the buildings exteriors are changed, and the interiors. So we're going to show you a couple of buildings where the interiors have actually been changed, actually for the better. Like they've kind of got that same look from the exterior, but inside. And pretty much most of the interior design is completely changed, including the guard barracks, the Jarl's Quarters, the inn, which is a pretty cool one. I think the inn actually looks quite incredible, to be honest with you. And actually the vendors as well. So this is one of the vendors here, and it's completely changed. We're going to do a little panoramic view of the actual building itself. And the actual exterior of the building is actually changed inside as well to match it. So it's pretty cool. And there's a bit more things inside, and it kind of looks a bit more next gen, to get that next gen feel for Skyrim. But the main feature of this really is the Jarl's Quarters. The Jarl's Quarters just looks absolutely insane. I think it actually probably looks like one of the best in the game with this mod I've seen so far anyway. And the actual inn itself is very cozy, I've got to say. This is probably my favourite inn now. Even though the NPC's pathing is kind of fucked, it does still look pretty cool, because these NPCs kind of glitch out a little bit. But yeah, that's the only sad thing about it. Next up is a cool one. It's called Envron's Throgar's House. So this pretty much what it does is you need to complete 2 of these side quests to get this mod to actually work. So pretty much you need to complete the quest in Morthal, where you got to help the little ghost girl, and then the actual other side quest called the Pale Lady, which I will show you. So the ghost girl quest, you just need to speak to one of the guards about the burned down house, and then the quest will go from there, where you need to kill a couple of vampires, kill the ones in the town, speak to the Jarl, and then kill the master vampire right at the end of the side quest, which is, there's quite a lot of them. You've got to go with the townsfolk and take them on. So if you go to Frostmere Crypt, this is where you find the Pale Lady quest. You just need to speak to this woman outside called Elsa, I think you want to pronounce her name. And then she'll give you a quest to go inside this crypt and help her friends and kill the Pale Lady. So after you've completed this quest, she will pretty much go back to Morthal, this Elsa woman, and she will start rebuilding the house that was pretty much derelict, and it was just sitting there on vanilla Skyrim and not really doing much at all. So she'll pretty much rebuild this, so you just want to be very careful, because obviously it won't work straight away. You need to wait pretty much 18 days need to pass in the game for this to work. So if you want to use some sort of timescale mod, or just wait actually 18 days, which will take kind of forever, or you just want to play the game and you might be able to pass 18 days. It might take a while, but yeah, after 18 days is passed, the house will be fully rebuilt. Now that the house is fully rebuilt, we're going to take a look inside. There's not really much to it, but it's a nice little addition to Morthal that you can get. So the exterior of the house is completely changed, and the interior of the house is completely changed also. Obviously it's changed because it was an absolutely smashed up house, and now it's actually livable. So she will actually live in this house, and she'll roam around Morthal as well, which is pretty cool. She mainly goes to the actual inn. But yeah, the interior is pretty nice, and it's quite a cozy little addition to Morthal. So if you want to kill her and actually take this house for yourself, you can do. It's completely up to you. But we've got some player homes coming up soon, so you don't really need to do that. Also, she can be recruited as a follower as well. Next up is Sky King signs. So this is just nice, a little miscellaneous addition, which will change all of the signs around Skyrim. But obviously it will change Morthals as well. So it's a nice little addition to Morthal that you probably will need to grab. So then it changes the signs for the better. So make sure you grab this one. Next up is Missives. So Missives is pretty much like a side quest notice board, kind of what you see in Witcher. So these actual missives, it will give you an actual notice board inside of the town, or city you want to call it now. Also, another little addition is pigeons. So pigeons will pretty much just add a few pigeons around the actual city. You can also get hawks and crows, but that's completely up to you. Now, Sons of Skyrim will change the actual guard uniform to a better one. So instead of the kind of boring vanilla guard uniform you get in Skyrim, this will actually change all of the uniforms for the guards in Skyrim. So obviously Morthal 2, which is included. And I do like the colourway of this actual armor. It does look pretty nice, and the actual uniform is pretty sick. So make sure you grab this one. So the actual uniforms of the guards completely changed. Now we have JK Skyrim, which will change it will change the exteriors and the outside of Morthal with the new additional buildings. Also, Morthal Wears Wares is a nice little addition to Morthal, which will pretty much add an actual trader. For some reason though, I couldn't find her. She's an Argonian. I did actually find her wandering inside the inn, but I couldn't actually find it inside of the actual trading building herself. So yeah, this is an actual trader that you can get inside Morthal, but for some reason I couldn't get her to spawn inside the building. Now we have a cozy little player home called Old Gate Mill. So this pretty much add a player home just outside of Morthal, just where like pretty much the river and the lake is resided. So yeah, this is a nice little cozy player home. So you have to pay about, I think it's 1,500 coins to actually acquire this. But yeah, it's quite small, but it's a very cozy little one, and it does fit quite well into Morthal. So yeah, it's just located just outside.
You're seriously interested in moving into Morthal? Well, you can absolutely have the mill. Splendid. Please, take this key. We're delighted to have you.
So as you can see, inside the actual mill itself is pretty small and it's pretty cozy. Make sure you turn all the candles on because it is pitch black in here when you enter the building. So make sure you turn on all the candles and the actual fire in the center of the room. So it's a nice cozy little play home. I don't think you can fit many followers in here, but if you are like a little hunter or a fisherman kind of character, this would be pretty perfect for that kind of role play. So yeah, it's a nice little addition, and it's just located outside Morthal. So if you want a nice little cozy play home next to Morthal, this would be absolutely perfect for you, or you are role-playing that kind of character. Now we have Hoth. So Hoth is an actual follower companion mod. So everyone probably knows about this mod, but the great thing about this mod is it's also located in the city of Morthal. So you just need 500 coins to actually get this guy to follow you, and he's fully voice acted. And he sounds very familiar. I don't know what voice actor this guy is, but he sounds very, very familiar. So yeah, pretty much I didn't have enough gold, so I need to actually add some in my inventory to actually acquire him, because this is a new playthrough. I'm sorry guys. But yeah, after acquiring Hoth, he's a pretty cool little follower that's fully voiced and has a cool little two-handed weapon, and he's pretty powerful as well. And apparently he can give you other side quests that are kind of just based off the world and the location you're currently at, or something like that I've seen in the description. But yeah, he's a pretty chunky guy, pretty meaty looking, and he's pretty kind of scary. I do like his outfit. He's kind of like a bone man. But yeah, his actual two-handed weapon is pretty cool, and apparently he also uses bows and arrows. So he either has his two-handed weapon, which is kind of like a warhammer thing with a ram's head on the end of it, or he will use an actual bow and arrow, which is also pretty cool. So Hoth is a proper stud muffin. So yeah, make sure you grab this mod. It's proper lovely stuff. So yeah, if you want a decent follower mod that's located in Morthal, this would be one to grab. He's actually located in the Moorside Inn. So it's the same place I showed previously in my video. So if you want to grab him, just make sure you have enough coins to get him. And yeah, he's a pretty powerful follower, which is fully voiced. So yeah, it's a nice little addition to Morthal, because he's actually situated in this town. So we're going to show him in action against these mud swamp enemy type, which is actually another mod I'm going to show you right now. So there's an enemy mod that is located just outside of Morthal. They're called Bogmort Mud Monsters. So just in the swamp region outside of Morthal, just literally outside the town, you will encounter these dudes. They're pretty scary, so it's a nice little addition and an enemy type that is located just inside and outside of Morthal. So make sure you grab this one to get a new enemy type located at Morthal. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one, motherfuckers, cocksuckers. Adios.